Okay, so welcome to your English lesson for the day. We are going on to a new topic. I will talk to you about that a little bit in a minute. Um, so it's Monday. Welcome back. I hope you had a lovely half term. And let's get on with it. So we are analysing character descriptions today. And then we're going to start to look at a particular character and start to describe them ready for a character description later. So we should be able to comment on how the authors develop a character. We should be able to gather examples of some vocabulary, and we should be able to gather examples of effective sentence openers, similes, and other author techniques. But before we do that, I have got a bit of a starter for you. So your starter is to create cohesion between paragraphs. What do I mean by that, though? Have a little think. What do I mean by that? Fabulous. What I mean by that is that I need my paragraphs to make sense. I need them to flow. They need to join well, don't they? Okay, so we're going to have a little look at a PowerPoint together. And when we while we look through that paragraph, that PowerPoint, sorry, we're going to go through a couple of activities together. And once we've done that, we can go through the worksheet together. So hopefully you have got your worksheet ready already. If you haven't, pause the video here, go and get it, make sure that it is ready. And just to show you what it looks like, it should be this one. So spot the connecting adverb is the sheet that you are looking for. Okay, but we will come back to that in a minute. So let's have a little look at the PowerPoint. So creating cohesion. When the ideas within paragraphs link well together, we say the paragraph has cohesion. Okay, so you can think of that as the glue that holds the text together. It makes it flow, it makes it make sense. Okay, so what do you think cohesion does? Have a little think. If you can talk to somebody, those of you that are twins, share your ideas with your sibling. Otherwise, just have a think about it. You might like to jot some ideas down. Wonderful. So it keeps order in the paragraph. It keeps related ideas together. It makes it easier for the reader to understand the text. It ensures that ideas flow more smoothly, and it provides links between ideas. Okay, so we need a certain type of word to ensure that this happens. Okay, so to create cohesion as well, we might also need to connect ideas in separate sentences. Okay, so we need to use connecting adverbs, or what we call them now, conjunctions. Okay, so connecting adverbs, adverbial phrases and clauses all maintain the cohesion of a text in several ways. So they might emphasize or give an additional bit of information. So furthermore, moreover, also. They might be for an opposing view. However, nonetheless, on the other hand, instead, in contrast, looking at it another way. They might reinforce something that's already been said. Besides, anyway, after all. They might explain. For example, in other words, that is to say. They might list. So first of all, secondly, thirdly, fourthly, finally. And they might indicate a result. So therefore, consequently, as a result of, and they might indicate time. So just then, meanwhile, later, after. Okay, lots of different examples there. This PowerPoint will be on the website. Do use it if you need to come back to. Now, connecting adverbs and adverbials can help to create cohesion between paragraphs. They join separate sentences together and ensure that ideas flow more smoothly. Okay, so they are mobile, you can move them around. They don't have to sit at the beginning or the middle of a sentence. They can be somewhere else. Okay, so we've got two examples. The top one, the brown bear looks cuddly. However, he is not a friendly animal. Or the brown bear looks cuddly. He is not, however, a friendly animal. Both of those sentences mean the same, but actually that word however in red has moved, hasn't it? So in the first example, it's at the beginning of a sentence and it links those two sentences together, whereas in the bottom one, it's partway through the second sentence, but again, it still links those two sentences together, so it doesn't have to sit in the same place. Okay, so however connects the ideas in the two separate sentences. Another way of creating cohesion is to use commas. Okay, so they are usually used to mark off connecting adverbs or adverbials. Can you see any in the sentences below? So I've told children in my class certainly before that when they use fronted adverbials or any adverbials, there should be a comma afterwards. Can you see any in the sentences below? Fantastic. We can see here we've got first of all, and there is a comma there. In the second sentence, we've got two sentences in the second example. I didn't think much of the film. Helen, on the other hand, enjoyed it. Fantastic if you spotted on the other hand. And again, there's actually a comma either side of that. I was upset, however, I didn't say anything. Hopefully you have spotted however, and again, there is a comma afterwards. Okay, so we've got first of all, comma, I want to welcome you to the meeting. I didn't think much of the film. Helen, on the other hand, comma, enjoyed it. And I was upset, however, comma, I didn't say anything. Well done if you got those. I'm just going to rub them out so that we can move on. Super. And this is what we came up with, wasn't it? So first of all, on the other hand, and however, and we also spotted those commas, didn't we? So well done, you guys. Now, moving back on to what we are doing, please make sure you have got the starter sheet because we're going to go through together. Okay, your sheet looks like this one. So we are spotting the connecting adverbial, the same as what we just did. Okay, so the sheet says, when the ideas within a paragraph link well together, we say the paragraph has cohesion. You can think of cohesion like the glue holding the text together. You can connect ideas in separate sentences by using connecting adverbs. Read the information and highlight the connecting adverbs / adverbials. Okay, and we're just looking at this one, number one. So I am going to just change this to a highlighter and we can highlight through together. So many schools have a rule that children wear school uniform. Some children and parents are quite happy to follow these rules, but others disagree. On one hand, wearing school uniform means that nobody looks smarter or more fashionable than anybody else. Also, having to wear school uniform prevents children from asking for expensive fashionable clothes. Children, however, cannot show that they are individuals if they are dressed alike. Furthermore, children grow quickly, so wearing a uniform means that they don't get the wear out of their ordinary clothes. In conclusion, there are many reasons both for and against wearing school uniform. It is important, whatever is decided, that every child feels comfortable with what they are wearing. So if we go back to this one, creating cohesion, we've got some examples in here. So furthermore, moreover, although, for some emphasis, however, nevertheless, on the other hand, instead, in contrast. Are there any of these that we can find in here? Let's have a look at the first sentence. Many schools have a rule that children wear school uniform. Can't see any in there. Some children and parents are quite happy to follow these rules, but others disagree. Again, none in there. On one side, wearing school uniform means that nobody looks smarter or more fashionable than anybody else. Okay, so I would argue that on one side is our first thing to highlight. Also, Having to wear school uniform prevents children from asking for expensive, fashionable clothes. So again, also connects this sentence, this second sentence, to the first one, doesn't it? Because it's saying, well, actually, this is one argument, and this is an argument that goes with that first argument. Okay. Children, however, cannot show that they are individuals if they are dressed alike. Right? And we have got however, which is a contrasting conjunction. It contrasts to the sentence before. So this is a reason for, however, this is a reason against. Okay. Furthermore, children grow quickly, so wearing uniform means that they don't get the wear out of their ordinary clothes. We've got furthermore. And again, this is another reason against it. It's trying to agree that children shouldn't wear uniform. And then we have got, in conclusion, there are many reasons, both for and against. It is important, whatever is decided, that every child feels comfortable with what they are wearing. Okay, there is one more in there. I wonder whether you can decide what it is. Have a little think. Fabulous. Well done if you said in conclusion, because that tells us that this paragraph is coming to an end. So well done those of you who have got as far as that. Hopefully you found all of those along with me.